Hi everyone, this is the Patriotic Robot. I saw this article and heard this news and I just had to make a video on it. It's Joe Biden expected to launch 2020 presidential campaign next week. It says Washington. Former Vice President Joe Biden is expected to join the crowded 2020 Democratic presidential race next week. The decision answers one of the most significant outstanding questions of the early presidential primary season, which has already seen announcements from 18 high-profile Democrats. Biden, 76, would be the oldest and most experienced politician in the race. His plans were confirmed by three people with knowledge who insisted on anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly. Yeah, they're leaking. The announcement is expected as early as Wednesday and would cap months of deliberation over his political future. The specific launch date and location is unclear. Biden is likely to quickly make visits to early voting states. One person said Biden's advisors are also considering an early event in Charleston, Virginia, the site of a deadly clash between white supremacists and counter-protesters in 2017. The location would be intended to draw a contrast between Biden and President Donald Trump, who initially said there were some very fine people on both sides of the violent confrontation. Excuse me. Biden has been particularly outspoken against the rise of white supremacy in the Trump era. One of the most recognizable names in U.S. politics, Biden served as Barack Obama's two-term vice president after nearly 4 decades as a Delaware senator. His high-profile working-class background and connection to the Obama years would help him enter the race as a frontrunner, although he faces questions about his age and whether his more moderate record fits with a party that has become more liberal. With a record in elected office that stretches half a century, Biden faces multiple challenges. Last month, he struggled to respond to claims he touched 2014 Nevada Lieutenant Governor nominee Lucy Flores' shoulders and kissed the back of her head before a campaign event. A few other women have made similar claims, though none has alleged sexual misconduct. So, all that aside, I didn't see anything in this article about him groping, touching, caressing children. I'm talking about little tiny kids. I didn't see anything in this article about him making a pass at a teenage girl while C-SPAN stood there and filmed the whole thing, telling the girl that, oh, you should come by my house and ask my daughter about a movie, some cryptic movie. He's coming on to a child right in front of everybody. I mean, where's that at? Who's reporting on that? That's a pretty important thing, I would think, for voters to decide, or to at least have that information before they go and vote for someone who could potentially run our country. Just my thought. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments below. This is the Patriotic Robot signing off. Until next video, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless each and every one of you. Patriotic Robot out.
You gotta look up and send a photographer up top. You're right here.
Thank you. Thank you. brother. I've done it. I've screamed at God at the top of my lungs because that's how much I believe in him. Amen. That's how personal I feel like my relationship is. If I can't be myself with the Father, then I'm going to stop preaching this gospel.